Welcome to Body Reconnect, where I help you to decipher the signs and signals that your body sends you every single day so that you can course correct and make changes in order to live your best, healthiest, happiest life. I'm Michelle Dominique, certified lymphatic therapist, and I'm so excited because that's what we are talking about today. I had 3 or 4 new clients. And so I'm going to share with you their first time lymphatic drainage experience. Except I might do it in 3 different videos, so make sure you stay tuned. But nonetheless, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I'm so excited. You just don't know how happy it makes me to be able to help someone reconnect with their body and experience good health. You're supposed to have good health, borderline base good health, unless you've, been born with a deficiency or something, but just good everyday get up, walk around, stay awake health. And so that's where we'll start with that one. Fatigue, chronic fatigue, so many things that you get instructions on. If you have chronic fatigue, it's this, or take this. And of course, we know a lot of people caffeinate, Red Bull after Red Bull, with coffee after coffee beverage after coffee beverage, all of which puts a tremendous strain on your kidneys. That's why you want to avoid that. I read somewhere it says drinking a Red Bull or that kind of caffeinated beverage is, how did they put that? Asking your kidneys to pay later for energy that you're taking out of it now. Like you're drawing all the reserve that it has, right? To process this energy drink and give you that boost, and come down the line, you can't get that back. And that's when you'll face the problem, right? So anyway, I had a client come in, and bless her heart, she was so excited about getting lymphatic, but she hadn't been able to make the appointment. So I think it had been 6 weeks before she actually got to schedule her first lymphatic treatment. And so I followed up. Everything went well. Like I tell you, lymphatic is always a very, very surface, very light treatment, because lymph nodes are very, very surface. That's why when your kids get a cold or strep throat or something, and you can see the little bulges of nodules on their neck, and you say, oh, your lymph nodes are swollen. That's why lymphatic is a very light treatment. So I don't care where you go. If you get massage, people can do effleurage, petrissage, Topodiment. Those are all the strokes in massage. There's 101 ways to do those, right? Generally all headed towards the heart. But when it comes to lymphatic, there is only one way to do lymphatic: lightly, very, very lightly. And don't let anyone tell you differently. If they do, they are not certified, and you should probably find someone else who is. And that includes if they are medical professionals. And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in here. Pat on the back to all lymphatic therapists. My client told me that her doctors and told her, not admitted, but told her that they weren't well versed, that her problem was likely a lymphatic issue, but they weren't well versed in that. So she would have to find someone who knew and studied the lymphatic system. So she found me, but that's super cool. That is super cool. And I've said this before in other videos. I have had medical professionals, doctors, nurses, PTs, chiropractors. I have had medical professionals over the years on my table who I had to explain the lymphatic system to. So, and that's particularly important for my ladies who did liposuction, right? And they were going to these recovery houses and doing this stuff that was passing for lymphatic, which wasn't. But because there was like, but it was a nurse, that didn't mean anything. A nurse is not a certified lymphatic therapist unless she is a certified lymphatic therapist. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, so she comes to me and we do the session, and she's feeling great. It's a very light session. So, I said, hey, but I will follow up with you to, make sure everything's okay. I always say drink lots of water. In fact, I recommend drinking lots of water before you come, and all of the things, da. So I reached out to her the next day, and I'm going to let me read this. Brings tears to my eyes. It was so beautiful. Let's see if I didn't think to pull that up, y'all, so I'm very sorry about that. But in response to her treatment, this is what she wrote. Oh, I forgot she didn't write anything, so she sent me a recording. But anyway, her recording said, I'm doing talk to text. Her recording said that that was the best sleep she had had in years. That is the best sleep that she had had in years. Number one side effect of lymphatic, the day of your treatment, you will sleep better. The other thing she put was, I thought I slept so well, slept so hard, that I thought surely the next day I would be drained, especially since I have a history of chronic fatigue. But to my surprise, I was completely energized the whole day. She's only had one treatment with me. Let's talk about that fatigue, that constant drain that's causing you to take the Red Bull and to have the multiple coffee drinks for that false caffeine hit that you think is really elevating you, and it's really not. More than anything, it's usually the sugar, the amount of sugar that's in these drinks. But the reason why she was able to feel so energized is because her toxic load was lifted. You've heard that term before, a toxic load, toxic load. Load is the operative part there. When you are laden down, imagine trying to get through your day carrying an anchor on your back, right? What, a 20, even if it's just a 20-pound anchor attached to your back, and you are mothering or fathering or coaching or teaching or all the things, businessing, all the things that you do, and you have this anchor on your back. That's what toxic load is like. And remember, your lymphatic system is your body's natural way of detoxing. You don't have to add stuff. You're supposed to be detoxing in some form in your body every single day. That's what your lymphatic system was designed to do. So it makes sense that, one, she was put at ease because we walk around frantic. We were able to soothe that with the light touch of lymphatic drainage, and then by opening her detox pathways and allowing her body to drain and release some of that toxic load, she was clear and not foggy. She was energized and not depleted. If you have never gotten a lymphatic drainage treatment, and this sounds like symptoms that you're like, yeah, I feel like that every day, you need to reach out to me. You do not have to be in the same state, in the same country. Check out the next video. That's going to be the next video. You don't have to be in the same country with me to get the effects of lymphatic drainage. I do virtual sessions. So if this sounds like you or anyone in your household, which reminds me to remind you to share this video. Someone needs to hear this in addition to you. So you have heard it, you DM me, let's get you scheduled and send it to a friend, several friends, so that they can get scheduled. And you know what? The next time you guys meet or talk or get together, you can talk about something other than how tired you are, how drained you are, how life is miserable, how you can't wait till the weekend so you can binge and veg out. You can have a conversation about what's actually happening in life, a lively conversation, because you'll feel like you're living again and not just existing. Once again, this has been Michelle Dominique, certified lymphatic therapist and wellness coach, reminding you that my greatest joy and pleasure in life is helping you live your best, healthiest life. You deserve it, and everyone around you deserve to see you living your best life. Until next time. Oh, be sure to like and share and all the things.